Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam from the Beauty Unit Reseller, and I am a part-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and I am back again with a what sold video for the week, going over what sold, for how much, what the cost of goods were, what the fees were, and shipping. And so we can wrap up with the total net profit of each item so you can see which ones were BOLOs and maybe what were some of my flops for the week. And this is probably the lightest week I've had in quite a while. I have really been a little bit burnt out with my full-time job and my side hustle, and so I did decide for the last week and a half or so to really take a step back from reselling and give myself a little bit of a mental break. I am feeling invigorated and ready to get back into it, but as a result I did see much slower sales than I would typically see, and that is going to reflect in the number of items that I'm going to talk about this week, and also the quality of the items as well. Typically the better quality items will sell quickly, so when I am active and really posting every day, I will see more sales that are higher value because they sell quickly. Since I was not listing, I was basically only just packing up shipments and sending them out. I wasn't adding listings. I think I added maybe a few here or there. I wasn't doing anything outside of what my Posher VA would do for Poshmark, so they were sharing and sending offers on items that were liked, but I was not adding. I wasn't sending additional offers for more than 10%. So yes, we'll see that sales have been pretty slow this week, but based on the level of effort I was putting in, that's exactly what I was expecting. So the first item that I sold is actually an item that I've sold before and had returned to me through eBay, and it is a House of Harlow new with tags bodycon dress with a mock neck. And this was an item that had sold on eBay, and I believe it's shipped to like an army base or something. The shipping was a little odd the first time around, and the buyer had made a return, and so I did end up accepting the return. Since I do offer 30-day returns, they had selected that it didn't fit them, so they did need to pay for shipping back, which was great. I was happy that it wasn't a item not as described in the return, and in those instances the seller is responsible for paying for the shipping back, so I was happy that it was an honest, good return. It was in good quality when I received it back. The tags were still attached. And so I did end up relisting, and it sold again for a little bit less. I also had underestimated the shipping cost the first time around, so even though I was refunded I refunded the money back, and eBay refunds you the fees when you do accept a return, I did end up losing about $1. I lost $1.11 from the first return because I hadn't charged quite enough for shipping to the buyer. So I'm already down $1.11. I resold for $40 with $5 in shipping. The cost of goods was $10, which I actually will count for the first sale rather than this sale. So in actuality, the cost of goods was $0 on this line item in my spreadsheet, but just so you're aware, the dress did cost $10 at the TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance sale. With shipping and fees, it was $10.73. So my total profit from the kind of $10 cost of goods was $24.27, but on my line item for this particular sale, it is actually $34.27. And the second time around, from the time that I purchased the dress to the time that it sold again, was 76 days. But from the time I relisted this item, it was about 3 or 4 days. The next is one in a series that I call Sam Really Needs to Check Shipping Before She Accepts an Offer on eBay. This is the third time I've done this where I accepted an offer forgetting that I had free shipping on the item. And so I did actually lose money on this. It was a Woodcraft collapsible basket. This was something that I bought at the very first yard sale I had ever gone to when I began sourcing for eBay. And I had purchased it for $1, so it wasn't a huge investment. And I was actually getting quite a lot of attention on this basket and ended up relisting it a few times through eBay. And even though I was getting a lot of watchers, it just wouldn't sell. So eventually I accepted an offer just because I am trying to clear out all of the old inventory from my closet. And I accepted an offer of $8 and unfortunately free shipping. The cost of goods was $1. The cost of shipping and fees was $7.35. So I ended up losing 35 cents on this one because if I had charged shipping, I would have made maybe a few dollars. But since it was free shipping, I ended up losing money, and it also took 290 days to sell. So I really need to start looking before I accept an offer on eBay. I don't often set free shipping unless an item is just sitting, and then sometimes when I end an item and sell similar, I will sometimes add free shipping just so I can get rid of an item. But I did end up receiving an offer for about half of what I was asking for, which is why I ended up losing out on shipping. The next item I sold was another pan from my friend who had moved across the country. She gave me a set of items that I could sell, and it was a Belgique 3-quart fry pan with a lid. And I'm actually finding that these are selling pretty quickly. It sold for $14 on eBay, and the buyer paid $13.71 in shipping. The cost of goods was $0, and with shipping and fees it was $19.68. So the profit was pretty small. It was $8.03. But it only took 19 days to sell, and I do find that this brand seems to be pretty good. So if you like to source kitchenware, I would keep your eye out. I know a lot of people look for Revere. Belgique is kind of a similar type of pan. It has the copper bottom, and it seems to be really good quality. So this was kind of one of the lower priced items that I have listed for Belgique, but it's definitely a BOLO item if you are into selling kitchenware. The next item is a clothing BOLO, and I'm definitely going to keep looking for this brand as I'm doing some online sourcing. It was a gown from Solace London, which is not a brand I've heard of before, but it is sold on Revolve. And I had this listed for $265, and I accepted a buyer offer of $200, and they paid $7.67 in shipping. The cost of goods was $44.56 through my eBay arbitrage haul, and with shipping and fees it was $47.67. So my total profit was $115.44, and it took 34 days to sell, but I was also getting quite a lot of attention on this dress. So it's definitely an item that I'm going to keep my eye out for when I'm thrifting online. And I am interested to see if you've sold Solace London before. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what types of items you've sold and if there's any other types of dresses that I should keep my eye out for. Back to House of Harlow, I sold a tweed jacket from the yellow tag clearance sale. And again, I accepted a buyer offer of $60, and it was during one of Poshmark's free shipping sales, so the buyer didn't have to pay for shipping and I didn't have to discount shipping. The cost of goods was $15, and with fees it was $12, so the total profit was $33, and it took 69 days to sell. I finally sold the last of my first Lululemon haul through Style Encore, which is a local buy-sell trade store. It's similar to Plato's Closet, but it's more for women's clothing, not juniors. And this was the last of the items that I had picked up, and it was sitting, so I accepted a buyer offer of $38, And again, this was during Poshmark's free shipping stint, so the shipping for the buyer was free and I also didn't have to pay for it. The cost of goods was too high. I had paid $20, and I don't think I actually said what this was. It's a pair of capri leggings from Lululemon, which is not something I will pick up again unless it's really low cost of goods. I hadn't sold Lululemon leggings before, so it was kind of I was testing the waters to see if it was an item that could be profitable, and I do think it can be if you're able to find really new leggings for a good reasonable price. And I would go for maybe like 25 inches or longer, so more of the like cropped ankle or regular fit leggings. So the cost of goods was $20, and with shipping, or with fees, it was $7.60. So my total profit was $10.40, which again is pretty low, but I'm just happy that this finally sold and I'm able to kind of tally up everything that I made from that Lululemon haul. And I'll actually leave that number here, and then I'll also do a video shortly of all of the kind of big hauls that I've done over the last few months and total up what I was able to profit off of those. And that took 131 days to sell. From another of my hauls where things were taking a little bit to sell, I did end up selling these Alice and Olivia Bell trouser jeans. A buyer had sent an offer for $60, which I thought was really fair. And again, this was during Poshmark's free shipping. And the cost of goods was $39.99, which was too high. I probably should not have paid that much for these jeans, but I was also kind of starting to test Alice and Olivia as a brand. The cost of fees was $12, and so my total profit was $8.01, which again, I'm just happy that these sold, that I made any profit, and they're out of my inventory, and they took 119 days to sell. I had actually picked up 2 of these jeans, and the other pair did sell relatively quickly. The pair that just sold was a size 24, which is a little bit on the small side, and the pair that I had sold that were similar were a size 29, I want to say. So if you are sourcing Alice and Olivia, I would keep your eye out for sizes that are a little bit larger, medium, large, rather than a size 24. Next item that sold was a Tory Burch 100% linen button front skirt. I thought this was absolutely gorgeous, and I picked it up from my eBay arbitrage haul. A buyer had made an offer, which I accepted for $42, and again, this was during Poshmark's free shipping. The cost of goods was $26.13, so a little bit high. I did think that it would sell for more than it did, but I thought that the buyer offer was fair, so I did accept it. The cost of fees was $8.40, and so my total profit was $7.47, and they took 46 days to sell, so all in all, I probably won't pick up a skirt from Tory Burch again for the same cost of goods. If I'm able to find something less than $20, then I would consider it. But for the price, I don't feel that the profit was worth the effort. So, just a note. Next item that sold was also from the TJ Maxx Yellow Tag clearance sale. It is a Young Fabulous and Broke maxi dress, and it was a gorgeous kind of like watercolor, chiffon, tie-dye type of maxi dress. It was trapeze style, and this was getting a lot of attention on both eBay and Poshmark. I am surprised at how long it took to sell, but I think because it is more of a summery dress, it really needed someone to either be going on a vacation or live in a warmer climate to pick up. But it did sell for $75, and the buyer paid $12.45 in shipping on eBay. The cost of goods was $29, and with shipping and fees it was $20.65. So my total profit was $38, and it took 70 days to sell. The next item was one that I've had for a bit and wanted to just get out. It is a pair of Asics GT 1000 running sneakers, which is actually the sneakers that I usually pick up. I do like the sole and the fit of those, but they were a little bit of an older model, so I do think they were sitting for longer than some of the newer Asics models. I'm less likely to pick up sneakers now. I haven't had the best experience selling sneakers, so they're not my favorite thing to sell. I ended up sending an offer for $19.95 on eBay with $12.65 in shipping. The cost of goods was $2.99, and with shipping and fees it was $15.44. So my total profit was $14.17, but they took 265 days to sell, which for me is not worth that profit. Next items are actually the first time I've ever sold a couple items on eBay in one sale. I've never sold more than one item at a time, so that was pretty cool. It was a couple of PC video games. One was Dark Messiah, and the second was Company of Heroes. The person who purchased these was very careful with how I packaged them. I don't think they were a drop shipper because I still included information about my shop, and they didn't ask me not to, but they did want it wrapped up in bubble wrap within the box and a note saying not to slash the packaging. So I'm assuming they sent to a reshipping company. I had asked at one point where they were located, and I think they were located in Australia or maybe somewhere that the global shipping program doesn't work with. I'm not really sure, but anyways, so they sold together for $24.98 with $10 in shipping. I had set up through eBay if more than one item sold in a single sale, that it would add a certain amount for shipping for each additional item added. So that is something that you can set up in your settings. The cost of goods for the two items was $1.20 at a yard sale, and shipping and fees was $14.22. So my total profit was $19.56. And these games are some of the stragglers from that haul, and so they took 276 days to sell. Next was a sale from Lilly Pulitzer. It was the Malika Maxi dress, and this sold on eBay even though I was getting a lot of likes on Poshmark as well. So this is definitely a BOLO style from Lilly Pulitzer. It sold for $129.95, and the buyer paid $9.45 in shipping. The cost of goods was $69 from the Lilly Pulitzer end of season sale, and with shipping and fees it was $27.17. So my total profit was $43.23, and it took 72 days to sell from the time that I purchased it. But this was another item that did sit in my death pile for a little bit, so by the time I listed it, it only took 14 days to sell. The last item is also a nice summery piece. I'm excited by all these warmer weather outfits that are selling. It was from my eBay arbitrage haul. It was a TR Hawaii smocked kind of cover-up dress, and this sold for $45 and free shipping. The cost of goods was $16.49, and with shipping and fees it was $10.35. So my total profit was $18.16, and it took 44 days to sell. This was an item that I was willing to take a lower profit on because essentially if it didn't sell or if it wasn't going to sell well, I probably just would have kept it myself. I think TR Hawaii is a really popular brand for more of their intricate dresses. So they have some with kind of ruffly sleeves and more kind of drapey maxi dress styles, and those are really popular. The style that I picked up was more basic. It had a smocked strapless top and just a regular skirt. And so if you do come across this brand, especially if you're coming across it at the bins or at a thrift shop, I do think that it's worth picking up because they will sell for a good amount of money for what they are, which is essentially beach cover-ups. But it is a brand that is also sold on Revolve, And with people looking for more tropical vacation and summery type of items, it's a great brand to have your eye out for. So that's everything that sold this week. I know it was kind of short and sweet this time, not as many items, but I am taking a little bit of a break. I did just do a haul from the Real, so I have some nice summery dresses coming my way. And so I'm excited to kind of do a little bit of a haul when those come in and show you what I am sourcing. If you like this video, I would love it if you could give it a like. Let me know to continue with these what sold videos. And if you're new to this channel, I would love it if you could subscribe. I am trying to grow this channel in 2022. That is my goal, so I would love it if you could join me.